Welcome back, everybody, to the NBA 2K22 MyNBA Expansion series with the Vancouver Woodsmen, and today we start the episode with a record of 3-6, and we have made a change at point guard. Byron Wellington will start in place of D'Angelo Russell for the foreseeable future. Our first game was the first start of Wellington's career, and the defense was off to a very hot start against the Pistons. A couple of steals, a couple of blocks, a lot of defensive involvement by Miles Turner, resulting in points. A steal here for Rivers, and Anderson firing, missing. Rivers gets the offensive board and puts it back in. That gives him 4 points of our first 8. Wellington for 3, that one is good. Want to see how he can do in this new starting role, and hopefully he can get the ball out to more people, take less shots like Russell was taking as we head to the second in a low-scoring 20-19 affair. But Rivers knocks down a 3 and then scores again, or rather that's Zet scoring to give us a 2-point game, and then Anderson ties things up at 26. Rivers fires and knocks it down. That's already, I think, 8 first half points for him. This makes it 10. Just a really strong game here against Detroit as he knocks down a 3 later on in the second with 6 minutes to go. And then Wellington adds to it as well. 5-point game there. Now we're up by 3, 44-41. And a Zed through traffic amongst the trees. A really physical finish there. And we go to halftime up 46-43. Want to see more from the offense in this one. The defense was very good, though. Wellington gets us started here in the second half. And Desmond Bane trying to catch fire from downtown as he does get hurt. But he was okay, just a day-to-day injury on his foot. And he will be fine. But Miles Turner, as I've been saying, shooting well from beyond the arc to start his season, not taking too many, but is knocking them down with regularity. Wellington also knocking down some threes, about 38% so far in his rookie campaign from downtown. Anderson not slowing down offensively and adding to it here with this 3 to put us up by 14 points. Then the very next offensive play for us, he takes it all the way for a layup. Then up by 16 as Zet cuts and Russell finds him. And he'll get the ball again down low off the offensive rebound from his own miss. He flushes it back home. And he'll add to it once more to end the third quarter. And then start of the fourth, Anderson for 3. That one drops. His production has not really slowed down this season. Continues to put up some big numbers in almost every game. And the fourth quarter is just his to own at this point. Just piling on the points. Bane wanting to get involved here, which he does. Then 3 minutes to go. Anderson cuts and adds even more to his point tally. Another cut, another bucket. It was a massive fourth quarter for him. Rivers fires and knocks down another shot. Kind of a quiet second half for him. But Vancouver takes this one 104-87 at home. The first start for Wellington goes pretty well. Then we head to our second game in a row with Wellington at the starting point guard spot. We take on the Dallas Mavericks, and he scores our first points of the day. Then Desmond Bane makes it 5-0. And he'll add to it again, giving him 5 of our first 12. Then Finney-Smith has it blocked by Turner, and he won't allow the putback to go in either. Again, he's the league leader in blocks per game. Anderson getting involved on offense here. And it was a quick early lead for Vancouver. Defense playing as much of a part in the game as the offense was, as we turn a block into a 3 on the other end for Desmond Bane. Rivers gets the pass there from Wellington for another point in transition. This jumper no good for Dallas, and we end the first quarter up 26-20. Start of the second, Anderson from downtown making a 9-point game. Then Bane, a very contested 3, and we're up by 17 points all of a sudden. Anderson fires a 3 to make it 18 points. And this was a through-and-through blowout for Vancouver. Dallas just shot poorly the entire way, missing open shots. Our defense getting blocks and steals throughout as Turner blocks that shot by, I believe that was Luka, he had a really tough game, as you'll see later on. Bane for 3, that one is good. 24-50 is your score, but Bane's not done yet. Another shot for him goes. It was a really solid first half game for him, and Turner blocks that shot by an injured Tobias Harris. They had 2 starters get hurt in the first couple of minutes of the game. They both would play afterwards, but were not the same, as Herb Jones gets a steal and will turn it into 2 points on the other end. At this point, it's 61-30, but D'Lo adding on 2 more, and we would lead 65-33 at the half. An absolute masterclass performance by the entire team. Jumping ahead to the fourth quarter, Anderson fires and knocks down a 3, and we're up by 40 points. This game just got away from Dallas early on. They never even showed up for this game, as Magnus Fredrickson does check in because of the blowout and scores his first NBA points. Wellington knocks down a 3. And I do want to see what Fredrickson can do for us on both ends of the court. He can rebound, he can block, he can score at the rim, as he does right here after a big full court pass by Wellington, I think. And now he tips a shot back in. That gives him 6 on the night. Anderson for 3. Just keeping his solid play going in this one. And Vancouver would take this one, a 117-79. The team is looking good with Wellington as the starter, I gotta say. So we have watched both of those games highlights in which Wellington starts both his first 2 starts of his career, and we win both games with some really solid defensive performances being played, and we hold them to 87 points or less. We score 1 or 4 or more in those 2 games. But then I watched game 3 afterwards. I could not record it at that point because I had something else going on at the same time, but I wanted to watch one more and see if we could go to 6-6 perhaps, because this was a 4-game home stretch, I believe, but we faced a really solid Miami Heat team and we took them down 128-105. I'll show the box scores for the first 2 games first, but in the Pistons game, Anderson drops 28, Rivers drops 16 and 12, Wellington 13, 5 and 10, albeit 5 for 15 from the field, 11 for Turner, 10 for Izette. The Pistons had 26 for Ivy and 20 for DeAndre Hunter. And then against the Mavericks, we had 25 from Anderson, 20 from Desmond Bane, 16 and 10 from Wellington, 14 from Russell, which is probably his best game of the season to this point, at least shooting-wise, being 6 for 9 from the field. Turner had a double-double, and we came out on top. McCollum had 15 points. We held Luka to 3 for 14 shooting. So just a really good day for the offense and defense. And then against the Heat, we had a 29 from Anderson, 12 for 19 from the field, and Byron Wellington making his 3rd start, 23 points, 8 assists, 10 for 15 shooting. Very, very solid. Izette also some solid stuff off the bench, 17 points in 14 minutes. D'Lo, second straight up good game from him. Bane drops 14, 6, and 8. Rivers drops 10. And the Heat had 29 from Dame, 22 from Bam, and 21 from Hero. But in these 3 games so far, Wellington has put up 13 points, 10 assists, 5 for 15 from the field, 16 for 10, or 16 and 10 with 6 for 12 from the field, and then 23 and 8, 10 for 15 from the field. D'Lo was not getting these many assists per game. He was probably around the same points per game, and he was shooting worse. So Wellington already is proving to be a better starter with this system than Russell was. If we look at Russell's last 2 games, 6 for 9, then 6 for 11, both probably his best shooting days of the year. Prior to that, when he was starting, 5 assists, 7 assists, 9 assists, 8 assists down here, but never got to 10. And Wellington already has 2 10-assist games in 3 starts. And he's also just shot better straight up than Russell has. So we're already seeing the dividends pay off for putting Russell on the bench and starting Wellington in his place. We've only seen 3 games with this happen, and we're going to see more today. Now, before we had these 3 games play out, we had about like a 40% team chemistry percentage, which obviously is bad. With these 3 wins, we have put that all the way back up to 74% and a 6-6 record. So things have gone well with this change, and Wellington is now on fire. Obviously, Anderson's on fire. Rivers, not that, but Bain is on fire. Turner on fire. Russell also on fire because he's been playing well off the bench. So right now it's working, but we have to sim and see what happens next. So today, we're going to face the St. Louis Sound, who are, a pretty bad team as of right now. They're 3-7, but I want to watch a game against them, see what they've done these last couple of seasons. Their roster right now looks like this. They've got Alex Barker, 22 years old, 81 overall, really good shooter to lead their team. They've also got Dylan Brooks, Kyle Kuzma, Oubre, Grimes, Kevin Love is now over there in St. Louis, Artie Tyler. They have a pretty young team. They also have Ralph Simmons, who actually we thought about taking instead of Wellington. He has started a lot of the games, probably about half or so. He does not seem to be playing, too well. Let's see. Career stats, 10 points per game, 3.8 assists, 3.5 rebounds per game. Actually, you know what? He's actually playing very well. 46% from the field, 43% from downtown, 22 minutes per game. He's been pretty solid, actually. So we'll see him today. We'll see Alex Barker, who is their leading scorer with 22.6 points per game and shooting 57% from the field and 48% from deep. So a good year for him, but free throw percentage is pretty low for as good of a shooter as he is. But before that, we have to sim the next 6 games. So we're going to see if we can get above 500 in this next 6-game stretch. We got 3 home games, 3 away games. So let's see what happens here. No, you're kidding me. No. I'm just going to say it right now. We're on a huge win streak. We have won every game that Wellington has started, but now he's hurt for a month. A high right ankle sprain. You're kidding me. We had everything figured out. 4 to 6 weeks. High right ankle sprain. Man, everything was going so well, too. We're 12-6. We have won 9 games in a row. We're 9-1 in our last 10. But Wellington's going to miss some time. Does this mean that Russell becomes the starting point guard once again? I think he kind of has to be. I don't think we want to put Desumu back in there. I think because Russell's been playing well apparently these last games as well. I think I'm going to wait to make this change until after I check these box scores though, because I want to see if Russell has kept up this solid play off the bench. He's still on fire, so I would have to assume so. But that is killer. I actually have to make this change right now, so I will put him in, and then I'll give him 30 minutes, and I'll swap Wellington with Rich Smalls, I guess, and we'll give him a shot today. But that is an absolutely brutal injury. Team chemistry is at 100%. It's going to go down with Wellington out, but look at this win streak. Look at this 9-game win streak. Those green W's are a very nice sight to see. So first game we had was against Brooklyn. They are 8-12 right now. And we took them down by 15 points. Cam Thomas had 19 points for the Nets. And the Woodsmen had 22 from Desmond Bain. Anderson drops 18. Wellington 16 points. Shot very well. Rivers a double-double. And we shot not very well as a team. Actually shot pretty poorly. But we held the Nets to 86 points. The defense with Wellington in has been pretty incredible, I have to say. We then took down the very bad LA Lakers on our home court. We beat them by 17 points. Anderson drops 27. What a year he has had in his second season. 16 points for Wellington, another decent shooting day. Russell, 16 points off the bench, 5 for 8. Rivers, another nice double-double. The Lakers had 25 for AD, 24 for Sam Harvey, and 23 for Lamont Porter. And as a team, we shot very well overall and 46% from beyond the arc and we also had a lot more free throws than they did, so they're going to be upset about that for sure. But bench points, we destroyed them, and that's a good win right there. Then we took down the 7-11 Atlanta Hawks on the road by 10, dropping 122. Trae Young with 26, 7, and 7 on 23 shots. The Woodsman got 30 from Anderson. He is just shooting lights out every game. It's incredible. Desmond Bane drops 25, probably his best game with Vancouver to this point. Rivers drops 19 and 13. How has he been this year? A couple of double-doubles, shooting the ball pretty well, and giving us a lot of offense that we did not see last year for the most part. Wellington, another 16-pointer, seems to be his kind of average on the season. And we shoot, again, around 50% and very well from beyond the arc. Free throws are pretty even. We actually won the paint battle in this game, and just a really solid overall win once again. Then we took down the 13-4 Orlando Magic by 1 point at home, and we actually held on to a lead in the fourth quarter. Actually, no, we came back from being down by 1. Not really a comeback, but we do get it done in the fourth quarter. Rivers drops 17 points to lead us in scoring. Anderson 16 points, Bane 15, D'Lo 13, 5 for 9 off the bench. Love seeing that. That's what I'm looking for. Wellington 9 points. The Magic had 23 from Suggs, 17 and 11 from Banchero, and we shot once again around 50% as a team and very, very well from beyond the arc. We had more free throws than them, but shot much worse at the charity stripe. So we take that, and that is our 6th win in a row. No, our 7th win in a row, actually. Now we're going on to win number 8, which came against the Pelicans, who are 8-12 on the season to this point. Zion with 17 and 10. McGowan's 15 points. The Woodsman got 30 from Anderson. 11 for 16 shooting, man. He's been incredible. Bane drops 13. Wellington 12. Nobody besides Anderson played well in this game, really. So we pretty much went to him for the victory. Both teams shot poorly. They shot horribly from downtown. 2 for 17. We took 46 threes and knocked them down at a decent clip, but not great. But we come out on top. We lost the paint battle, but it did not matter. Anderson drives us to a 21-point win on the road in New Orleans. And we're coming off a victory against the 4-15 Boston Celtics. They are terrible, and we destroyed them as we should. We put up 43 points in that second quarter. They only had 16 points there. Just a massive win for us. 25 and 10 for Desmond Bane. He shot very well. Anderson keeping things going. 23 points for him. 9 for 15. Wellington 15 points. He shot well. Rivers 15 points. 9 boards for him. The Celtics had 31, 8 and 6 from Tatum, but they could not get it done. They shot only 40%. We shot 44%. We shot 45% from downtown. Another good shooting day from beyond the arc. And we come out on top. So a 9-game win streak. Wellington's hurt. He's going to miss the next month or so of the season. Russell's back in as our starting point guard after a good stint off the bench these last 10 or so games. And we're trying to see if Rich Smalls can come in and play well. I don't believe we have seen him even take the court for us in his career. So we'll see if he can give us something today against a really bad St. Louis team that is 4-13 on the season. So we'll play this game. They will start Ty Washington, Alex Barker, Dylan Brooks, Kyle Kuzma, and Artie Tyler. Let's go on the road in St. Louis, and let's actually rock our alternate uniforms. Why not? So here we are at Gateway Arena. A lot of empty seats here because St. Louis is terrible, but we'll see if the offense and defense can keep the pace up that they have been playing at these last 10 games with Wellington out. It's going to be a definite interesting thing to compare to when D'Lo's back in and Wellington is out, but he gets a steal on the first play of the game after just a lapse of concentration by Ty Washington. Anderson off the screen, fires a mid-range jumper, but can't knock it down, and Kuzma pulls down the board. Now a quick three for Barker on the other end, but he can't put that one through. Bane crossing the court. Stilo finds him. He'll pull the trigger from deep, and it's good. Desmond Bane gets us started here in St. Louis. Dylan Brooks off the screen, takes it inside. He missed it. And Tyler gets the board, and the first foul is called on Miles Turner. Before I simmed, I was thinking about potential scenarios in which we start Fredrickson, or not start, but we put in Fredrickson into our lineup at some point in place of a Zet, perhaps. But I'm still trying to weigh the pros and cons of that, so while we're on a win streak, I'm not going to change anything, because obviously whatever we have going is working. So just a thing to consider down the line there. Otherwise, I might have to send him down to the G League for some playing time. Barker, though, spinning, firing, and knocking down a shot to give him his first points. 20.4 points per game for him so far this season. D'Angelo Russell, top of the key for a three. It won't go. Rivers gets the board and missed the putback. That's got to go in. Barker off the screen, fires the jumper, hits back iron though. And now a nice cut by Russell. Anderson finds him, and the foul is called as well on Ty Washington. D'Angelo Russell with a free throw to cap off the three-point play. He missed it. Dylan Brooks will fire off the screen, but his shot won't fall either. And now Anderson cuts, and Desmond Bane found him. Anderson has been an absolute force, and these cutting plays that I put into our playbook, I have seen them work time and time again in the games that I have watched since adding those plays to our playbook. They get guys open with regularity, and they're also at the rim, so it's an easy 2 points. As Ty Washington knocks down that shot for easy 2 points for him. Anderson off the pass from Russell, open for three, and he missed it. And Brooks pulls down the miss. Screen from Tyler. Brooks trying to go back to him, and Turner is there for the steal. He has been a defensive presence in the paint with blocks, steals, all of the above. He's doing everything. He's the NBA's leading blocker as of right now with about 3 blocks per game. Absolutely insane as Tyler blocks that shot. Right back out to Anderson. Bane will have to fire because the shot clock does not reset, and it's off the mark. Kuzma to Barker for a corner three. Can't leave that guy open, but he misses it. Rivers for three. Left it short. Kind of a slow start for both teams offensively. Open shots not falling for either of them. Tyler the screen. Barker, the shot at the rim, a tough finish through Miles Turner. Russell off the screen. Had a lane, goes back out to Rivers for a three, and thank God he made it because that was a wide open layup for Russell, but we got the points either way. We are up by 2, 10-8. Barker fires and hits back iron again. Anderson, baseline drive through contact, no good. Good defense there by Kuzma. Ty Washington finds Dylan Brooks. Mid-range jumper. He missed it. It was wide open. Turner hands off to Anderson, and it's one of those plays where he just jacks up a wild three off the handoff. I forgot to look for that play and take it out because that play does not work. Barker trying to get open. Has some space, but missed the jumper. Russell, time cutting down on the shot clock. He takes it down low and draws the foul on Tyler, his first. The second on St. Louis. The first free throw is up and good. And D'Lo goes 1 for 2. So 1 for 3 from the stripe in this one to start. Now Simmons, Ralph Simmons, their rookie point guard, compared to Wellington, obviously, misses his first shot of the night, and Rich Smalls is in the game for Vancouver. We'll see how he plays. He finds Russell for a wide open three. And he has his first assist of his career, I think. Maybe he played a game last year at some point that I missed, but we saw his first assist of this season. We jump ahead to the second with 7:30 left until the first half is over. So we get one look at Rich Smalls, and I liked what I saw from that one play, but I'm going to try and use this quarter and the third to get a better look at him off the bench, because that's when he will play the most. Brooks firing and missing, but again we are in the second, and Vancouver up by 12, 39-27 with the ball. Anderson moving. He won't fire. Instead goes to Russell. He waits for a screen and fires a mid-range jumper on the move and can't knock it down. Washington for three. It's good. Same play for Anderson as last time. He's much more open for this one, and he's going to knock it down. You can't leave that guy open. He's way too dangerous. 57% from three, which leads the NBA. I didn't think he was going to be that good, guys. I got to be honest, but he has been absolutely fantastic. Barker fires and knocks it down. 42-32. Barker's got 14 points on 50% shooting from the field. Rivers, mid-range jumper. It's good. I have really enjoyed watching Rivers play this year. He has been a lot different and a lot better than he was these previous two seasons. Barker with it, fires off the screen, can't knock it down. Tyler gets the board, and Rivers will not let the putback go in. Really good job on defense. And now Russell tries to go behind the back to the cut by Anderson, but it was right to a defender. Ty Washington in the paint. Over Turner, it's blocked. Bain has a lane. Gets down low, fires and hits off the glass. 14-point lead now for the Woodsmen. We have shot 44%. They've shot just 35%. I think eventually you start to see a pattern here with teams shooting pretty poorly against us. I think it's a good indication of our defense and how good we are playing on that end of the court. Washington, the step back, shot off the mark. Bain gets the pass from Russell, fires a three, and that one is good. Bain has really stepped up these last couple of weeks. This win streak, I think, has really shown what he's actually going to be like on this team. I think that our opener for year 4 was kind of a bad game to watch to get a better idea of how he'll be for us, because these last couple of games that I've watched, he has been involved heavily and is knocking down shots at a really solid rate. Barker fires at the stripe but can't knock it down as a Zet has checked in. Russell gets by Washington, fires and hits, and Vancouver up by 19. This is the kind of play that we have seen on this win streak. Washington feeds Kuzma against Rivers. He'll take it right at the rim. Rivers is called for a foul. Looked like a good block to me. The ref said otherwise. So Kuzma goes 2 for 2. Turner, a tough shot over Tyler, but it goes in. The offense really cannot be stopped right now. 53-34. I knew they were bad, but this is pretty terrible. Kuzma is fouled on the same exact kind of play as last time. I've got deja vu. The first free throw is good. And Kuzma goes 2 for 2. Russell to Anderson, open three. It's good. Winning Grimes, open jumper. That one drops. Rivers, backing down Kuzma. Goes up, missed it, gets his own board back, and puts it in. Good work. 20-point lead for the Woodsmen. Grimes off the screen. Takes it inside. Turner blocks the shot. Fantastic defense, man. I can't say enough about what this team is doing on both ends of the court. We're just putting everything together right now, and it's really fun to watch. Anderson for three, wide open. He cashes that one. It's almost a guarantee at this point, man. He's so damn good. Washington fires and misses. The cold spell continues for the entire St. Louis team. Turner, a contested three. Tyler was there, and the ball rolls out of bounds. The Sound take over. And Rich Smalls and Herb Jones check back in. D'Lo takes a seat. Kevin Love against Miles Turner's former teammate. Nice move in the low post. Kevin Love is still out here doing things at a very old age. He's been around a couple of teams since we chose not to re-sign him. Sunmu feeds Turner. He'll try and fire over Love, and he knocks it down. Kelly Oubre off the screen, pulls up. It's blocked by Miles Turner. What is it, his fourth of the first half? And Vancouver's up 63-40. St. Louis, they are a really bad team. I thought it would be like a 10-point game or near there at halftime, but this is a blowout. We flash ahead to the third quarter with 5 minutes gone and 7 to go until the fourth quarter arrives. We're going to try and get a better look at our backups in this game. Rich Smalls, not a good shooter. Not sure why he shot that, but I want to see if he can get the ball to players and just be a good point guard off the bench. He's up to like a 75-ish overall as of right now. He's got some really good slashing ability and some good passing ability as well. So we'll see what he can get done in this point guard role while Wellington sits out. Jalen Smith for a three. It is good. Nothing but net. The assist goes to Simon Anderson. Washington back out to Kevin Love for a three. He answers right back. Smalls tries again from deep. I'm starting to not like these threes for him. See if he can dumb that down a bit. Now a lob for Oubre. Hits the backboard, I think. Just not on the same page where he and Ty Washington. But Herb Jones takes it all the way and misses the layup. Taylor Horton Tucker. A physical take inside, and the double clutch results in a 2-point basket for him. Anderson off the screen, drives, the layup is through. Quentin Grimes is way too small against Anderson. Oubre off the pass from Washington, waits for a screen from Love, will step back and fire a three, but it's off the mark. Jalen Smith feeds Rivers, mismatch, but he missed the shot, and that was just wide open. Washington was not even trying to put a hand up. Washington in the paint goes back out to Love again, and he knocks it down again. Zet fires, but can't knock it down. Love pulls down the board. Ralph Simmons back in for St. Louis. Kelly Oubre over a Zet, can't knock it down either. Smalls, mid-range jumper. He's not a good shooter, I've been saying this. Quentin Grimes over to Sunmu. Missed it as Zet gets the tipped board. Jones to the Sunmu for a three. High arcing, a bit too much on it though. Simmons has it. He goes to Love. 5 on the shot clock. He goes to Horton Tucker. Back out to Simmons for a three. It's good. Nice shot. Sunmu back to Smith. He gets by Love and scores. Nice play. Oubre, the backdoor cut, and the lob gets to him. Great pass there by Ralph Simmons. Zet, top of the key. He's wide open for a three, but it's out. Quentin Grimes finds Horton Tucker in transition, and that one is good too. They have cut our lead from 23 at halftime to 12 with under 90 seconds left here in this third quarter. Smalls fires again. I'm starting to not like what I'm seeing here offensively from him. Apparently he had 6 first half points and shot 3 for 4, but that needs to continue in the second half as Smith blocks Kevin Love's shot attempt. Zet off the screen, draws the foul on Kevin Love, his first. That puts us at the line for maybe the first time since the D'Lo free throws, and we just can't knock them down right now. Zet goes 1 for 2 as Turner checks back in place of Smith. Oh my God. Rich Smalls just got put on the floor, and Simmons hits the shot. He legit just got put to the floor. He was in prone. He was flat on the ground. Okay. We would have to give him a couple of bench minutes to cool off there. That was bad. We have the ball back. He'll fire a jumper. Missed it. Dosunmu gets the board and draws the foul on Grimes. Rich Smalls, everybody. A tale of two halves for him, apparently. But Dosunmu. Can we just knock down 2 free throws at once, please? We go 1 for 2 again. Come on. Last shot of the third quarter goes for St. Louis. Oubre. Off the screen, will fire a 3, and it's out. And we lead by 12, 85-73, with 12 minutes left to play in regulation.
85.
All right, 7:40 left to go in the fourth quarter. We lead 100-83. We played a lot better in this quarter. We've outscored them 15-10 since the end of the third. So, going to try and keep that going and try and hold on to this win and hopefully blow them out. Rivers fires, but missed it, and Ralph Simmons comes down with it. Dylan Brooks off the screen, attacks and draws the second foul on Turner. Free throws once again for St. Louis. The first one drops. And the second is good as well. Rivers attacking Kuzma. Throws it up and hits this time. Nice. Screen for Washington. He'll drive, kicking it back out to Love for a 3. And this time he missed it. And Russell gets down to it. And we slow things down offensively. Until Bane cuts and Russell finds him. Nice. That 3 is off the mark. That was Kevin Love again, I think. But a 19-point lead. Rivers scores to make it 21. He's got 18. Barker, top of the key, knocks it down from beyond the arc. Under 6 to play. Anderson, wide open 3. He answers right back. St. Louis is not going to come back in this one, folks. I can promise you that. I think we have guys now that will not allow that kind of thing to happen ever since this win streak started. As Barker gets down low for a nice slam. 90-109. Still plenty of time left, but not enough for St. Louis to come back, I think. Bane fires a 3 and missed it. Rivers saves it. Russell gets to it. What a play. Rivers, the hustle, the defense, the offense. A lot to gush about with him this season. Russell for 3. No good. Washington finds Brooks. He fires, but can't knock it down. Russell to Anderson. Same spot as last time. And he hits again. He's got 24. Under 3 to play. Washington has it blocked by Anderson. Great play on defense. Anderson gets down low and hits the close range jumper to add to his tally. Fantastic day again. He has really taken a huge step from last year to this year. which I thought would happen, is not to this extent. Zet with it. At the elbow, finds Turner. He goes to Anderson. He'll pull the trigger and knock it down. That'll be our last bucket of the game. Tyler blocked by Turner. And that will end this game. Vancouver comes out on top 118-96. A fantastic performance. And our win streak goes to 10 in a row. Vancouver might be dangerous, folks. Vancouver wins their 10th game in a row. Alex Barker drops 31 for St. Louis, but the Woodsmen had 28 once again from this man right here, Simon Anderson. 10 for 17 from the field, 6 for 9 from downtown. Desmond Bane plays very well, 23 points, 8 boards, 9 for 15 shooting. Rivers also a very good day, 18 points, 15 boards. And also, D'Angelo Russell, 14 assists, by far his highest on the season. We have changed this team with one move, starting Wellington and benching Russell, and both guys and the team are the better for it, and we come out on top another game in a row. We're 13-6, and we have ourselves in place for the 4 seed as of right now. Still a lot of basketball left to play. A lot of things will change from here to the end of the season, but we are looking extremely good. We have also turned things around on the road, because last year and each year prior to this one, we were a terrible road team. Now we start the year 6-1 on the road, and we also began this year very poorly at home, like 1 for 4, 1-5, or somewhere around there. Now we're 7-5 at home, and that will only get better, I would have to imagine. So things are going in the right direction. We're one of the hottest teams in the entire league. Let's see if there's a new power ranking up right now. Well, 7th to the 30th. Our next game is against Portland, but let's see where we are in the power rankings right now. So 2K Sports has us at 6th. Eric Bonish has us at 5th. And NBA.com has us at 7th. So we are right now a top 10 team in the league. In fact, we're a top 7 team, I would call us. We are currently 21st in terms of points per game, but I'm not worried about that because a lot of those games came early on in the year when we scored like 90-some points, like a low 100 points per game. But our defense, last episode was at 114 points per game, and that has gone down to 104, which is good for the best in the league by far. For player stats right now, Anderson is averaging 24.3 points per game, 4.5 boards, 2.6 assists, 60% from the field, and 57% from downtown. Absolutely clinical performance. Desmond Bane, 15.6 points per game, 5 boards, 4.2 assists, 0.9 steals, 48% from the field, and 43% from downtown. About what I expected from him. I want to see a little bit more scoring from him, though. Rivers, starting power forward, just below 14 points per game, 8.6 boards, 45% from the field, and a crisp 40% from downtown. Russell also 13-5 for him. His numbers have gone up shooting-wise. Wellington was playing pretty well with mixed starts and bench appearances there for his numbers. I like where this team is at. And by the way, these numbers for team stats do seem a bit inflated right now. But last year, a lot of teams were hot to start, and then things died down after that, and points per game went down to probably like the highest team at like 119, 120, and the lowest was around like 105. So this will definitely go down as the year goes on, which is just how it works in basketball. So I'm not going to worry about the inflated stats too much right now, but I like where our team is comparable to the rest of the league. 10 wins in a row. We're looking really good, and the future of this team is very exciting, guys. So I'm going to call the episode here, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment down below your thoughts on the team, on how we are playing, what we've done to this point. And again, I'll see you guys next time out. Peace.